Hey foodies, Chef Tiki here, and today on Tiki's Tidbit, it's all about the perfect pasta. How to prepare the perfect pasta. The Italians tell us that it should come to al dente. Al dente simply means to the tooth. So when you actually bite into that pasta, it's not too soggy, it's not too firm and crunchy. Al dente means it just gives like a firmness, a slight resistance when you bite it. So I've been on both sides of those spectrum, and I can honestly say, if we can just follow the directions on the box, most times we'll get to right where we need to be. All right, so making pasta is super simple. Like I said, there are directions on the box. The great debate, however, is to oil or not to oil. So what you do is you just start with a pot and you fill it up halfway, 3/4 of the way full of water. You allow that to come to a full boil, meaning the water is moving rapidly in your pan and it is boiling. Then you add a good amount of salt to the water. You want it to be like salt water, ocean water. You want it to have that salty flavor so that it can penetrate the pasta and add the flavoring during that process. All right, then like I said, that debate, do you add olive oil or don't you? Me personally, I do not add olive oil. Olive oil is pretty expensive, and what a waste. Once you put the pasta in the water when it's boiling, it won't stick. So that's the tip. Just make sure when you put that pasta in the water is actually boiling, and that will prevent your pasta from sticking, okay? So what I decided to do tonight is to go ahead and share with you, since I did boil some pasta, I might as well show you a look. What is this?
What you making?
I'm about to make some pasta, chicken pasta bake with spinach and bacon.
Can I help you?
Sure, come on, you wanna help? All right, y'all, this is my daughter, Yana.
Hi, foodies.
13. I'm sorry, I'm not ready. So I've already prepared the pasta, and I'm gonna go over everything you're gonna need to get started. All right, so obviously you're gonna need pasta, and my pasta is al dente. I prepared some chopped chicken, which was prepared by these, what I did was put in the pan some onions, garlic, and bacon, and I made that crispy. And once the oil rendered from the bacon, then I put my chicken in and cooked my chicken in the bacon fat, basically. I have some spinach here. I have some Parmesan cheese that we hand grated, and then I have some butter. Now, typically when I make this dish for my family, the pan that I use to prepare the chicken in will have brown bits and pieces left in it from the chicken cooking in it, and then I usually use that pan because it's much more flavorful in the pan already. But we're starting from scratch here, and so we are going to just do that. Sorry. Okay, so first things first is, had this been a pan with the chicken bits and everything, you would want to deglaze the pan. One of the things I always reserve when I make pasta is pasta water. So instead of pouring that water out that your pasta boiled in, I usually set some aside because there's a lot of flavor in this water, and I usually end up using this to thin out my sauce instead of just regular water or anything that didn't have flavor. So in this pan, I'm just gonna put in some butter. You wanna do this, Shauna? All right. All right, so we're just trying to melt that butter down. And while she's melting that butter, I'm gonna grab the cream, because I didn't say cream, but we definitely need some cream for this. All right, I'm just gonna go ahead and add the cream. And I use heavy whipping cream. I didn't take a shortcut and do like the half and half. the heavy whipping cream tends to do very, very well when you're making a cream sauce. All right. And so we have the butter in there, we have the cream, and I'm just gonna add some of that grated cheese, Parmesan cheese. And there you have basically the basic start to your sauce right there. Now Parmesan does have pretty good amount of salt in it, so I'm not gonna add any salt to this. My pasta water was salted pretty heavily. I did also add a little salt when I did my chicken. So every layer has been pretty much salted. So I'm not gonna add more until the very end after I taste it. But it shouldn't really need anything. So now that looks really good.
Because I'm staring.
Okay, so we're gonna add some to this cream sauce. And you can tell it's thickening just by the streaks she's leaving behind. When you can start to see the streaks in your pan, the cream sauce is firming up.
Right, my name.
We're gonna put some pasta in there. Ready to go? Mm-hmm. You like cooking, Yana?
Oh yeah, it's nice. Especially when you get to eat it after.
That's right. That's the best part, right? Is that you get to eat what you prepared. I'm gonna add some of that chicken. And so it can start to wilt down, I'm gonna go ahead and add the spinach. And to help it wilt down just a little bit, I'm gonna pour in some of that pasta water that I reserved. And if I accidentally pour too much of the pasta water, then that's where you have the cream, and you can just thicken it right back up and add a little bit more cheese.
I'm starting to make sure
It's fine. You're doing great. Incorporate it. You're doing well. What's your favorite pasta dish, Yana?
probably some spaghetti with a little bit of parsley and cilantro.
Cilantro in your spaghetti?
No, I like cilantro.
I never made that. But oh, okay. All right.
Well,
Come with it.
Oh, Charlie's has.
They have cilantro
Yep.
in their pasta. Okay.
Yep.
Well, what would be really perfect in here, but you hate it, is some sun-dried tomatoes. They'll be
Why
good.
can't they just be regular tomatoes?
Because I like sun-dried. All right. And then the best part for Yana is going to be
like that.
some bacon.
I should taste it and make sure it's, when it goes in there, it has a good.
Sounds like a good idea, but I think you'll taste it right when it's ready. What about that? She just tried me. And I'm going to add just a little bit more cheese. Cheese, please. It's bubbling. Now, if we wanted to, at this point, once everything is good to go, we could throw this in the oven and bake it. Add another little layer of cheese on top, and then it would come out like a baked pasta, a little more packed together, if you will, and stuck together. Kind of like you do any baked macaroni and cheese or something. But honestly, I think that looks super yummy. You ready to eat?
Big right here.
All right. So we're gonna eat now. So that's all for Tiki's Tidbit. I hope you guys figured out how to make perfect al dente pasta, and also here is a free little recipe that you can make really quick. Not free, but quick. Maybe that's the word I was looking for. So thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like this video, and we'll see you next time on Tiki's Tidbit.
Bye, foodies.